Hi everyone, Steve here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stream data into a topic, view that data within Quix, and then create a local live data dashboard before deploying it into the Quix serverless environment, where it'll be available to anyone with the URL. And this is what we'll be building. It's a very simple dashboard. It receives data from the Quix WebSockets backend in real time. Before we begin, if you'd like to follow along, then please create yourself a free Quix account. You don't need a credit card, and we have a free tier, which gives you enough free credit to have a playground for ideas or even run a small business. I've gone ahead and created a workspace and a topic for this example. It's super simple, and we've got other videos and docs showing how to do this if you need them. Just please be sure to name your topic the same as mine, which is car data topic, and don't forget to ensure persistence is turned on. With that said, we're going to get started. We'll need two projects for this demo. One will contain the live data simulator. In this case, we'll stream data captured from a Formula One racing game. The other will be the dashboard. Both will be in Python, but can easily be in a variety of other languages. Let's get started and create our first project. This will be for the live streaming data simulator. On the Workspace homepage, click the Simulate Data Stream from CSV panel. This is a direct link to the Python version of the car data real-time import library sample. While this is a template project, it actually contains all the connection details specific to this workspace and topic. It uses a CSV data file containing telemetry data from a Formula One racing game and streams it into Quix one row at a time to simulate a steady stream of data. I'll save this as a project and call it Live Car Data. We have our own copy of this code now, so we can deploy it as a job to the Quix serverless environment. Once this is running, we now have some data coming into a topic and we can build the dashboard. We'll first do this locally, and then I'll show you how to deploy the dashboard within the Quix serverless environment. It's a great way to host your sites without needing external hosting. Okay then, grab the code from our GitHub page. The link will be in the description below if you need it. Then paste it into your favourite Python editor. I'm using PyCharm. Note that I'm using Python version 3.8. You'll need to ensure that you have that installed for this to work. So we need to make a few changes for this code to make it talk to our workspace. First, I'll grab a bearer token from the tokens page. That goes here. Then I'll change the URL for the Signal Hub to match my workspace. To find your workspace ID, either head over to the topics page and copy the username, since this also happens to be the workspace ID. Or look in the browser's address bar. The URL contains the workspace ID. Paste that in here. I'm also on the dev instance, so I'll have to change the subdomain, but you can leave that as platform. We now need to change the topic to match the topic I created earlier, so here use car data topic. Since we're running this locally, we'll also change the port number so we don't have any conflicts. Just change this to a port you're not already using. 8081 should be a safe port. I'll create the requirements text file and pass in the required packages, then get PyCharm to install them into the virtual Python environment. Now we can run this code locally and see the dashboard in action. In your browser, head over to localhost port 8081 or whatever port you used earlier. And this is the dashboard we just created. To make it work, we'll need the stream ID of a stream that's actively receiving data. So make sure the live car data deployment is running, then go over to the data catalog and get the stream ID for the open stream. Since we didn't specify a stream ID in the code, this will be a randomly generated unique ID. Copy the stream ID and go back to the dashboard and paste it into the input box. And here we can see data arriving. It's being pushed out of Quix and arriving in the dashboard in real time. It's great to have this running locally, but what about showing the dashboard to your friends and colleagues? Getting this dashboard deployed in Quix is actually simpler than running it locally. Create a new project, call it Dashboard, copy and paste your code into the main .py file and save it. Then copy and paste the contents of the requirements file from your local environment into Quix and save it. And now we'll deploy the service. Ensure that you've clicked on the Network tab and select the Public Access toggle. Then put something sensible in the URL prefix. This is the full URL that the dashboard will be accessible on once deployed. You can send this to your friends, family, neighbours. They're all guaranteed to be impressed. The dashboard is now running, but you may have to wait up to about 10 minutes for the DNS entries to propagate. When the dashboard is available, you can see the input box and the chart that will receive the data. Once again, we'll need the stream ID of a stream that's actively receiving data. So you probably won't be able to reuse your previous stream ID, since that won't be receiving data anymore. So let's make sure the live card data deployment is running. Then go over to the data catalog and get the stream ID for the open stream. Copy this and go back to the dashboard and paste the ID into the input box on the dashboard. The car's speed in kilometers an hour appears in real time as each row is streamed into the topic. So to recap, we've seen how to stream data into a topic, view the data in a dashboard, both locally and within the Quix serverless environment. And don't forget, if you're watching this video and still don't have access to the Quix platform, please create yourself a free Quix account. You don't need a credit card, and we have a free tier which gives you enough free credit to have a playground or even run a small business. If you want to reach out, we have a support Discord server at this address. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and found it informative, and I will see you next time.